Do firstborn children have a special bond with God?
The Bible says all of your firstborn belong to God, and strictly God. Myself included, because I'm a firstborn too. Where does it say this exactly? In Exodus chapter 13, verse 2. It reads, "Consecrate to me every firstborn male. The first offspring of every womb among the Israelites belong to me, whether human or animal." So if you're firstborn, congratulations. You have a special bond to God, whether you like it or not.
That's not quite right. Out of Abraham's 2 sons, Ishmael was born first, but from the Egyptian slave woman Hagar, not Abraham's wife. That's why God says this in the book of Genesis chapter 22 verse 2. And he said, "Take now thy son, thine only son Isaac, whom thou lovest." According to God, Isaac is Abraham's only son. Then we have the sons of Isaac, Esau and Jacob, where the firstborn son Esau gave over his birthright for a bowl of stew. That's why God doesn't call himself the God of Abraham, Isaac and Esau. He calls himself the God of Abraham, Isaac and Jacob. And the 12 tribes of Judah came from the offspring of Jacob, which is why God told Moses to say this to the Egyptian Pharaoh in Exodus chapter 4 verse 22. "And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, Thus says Yahweh, Israel is my son, even my firstborn." And that's not to mention what God says about King David written in the book of Psalms chapter 89. Starting from verse 20, we can see God is referencing King David. And in reference to King David in verse 27, God says, "Also I will make him my firstborn, higher than the kings of the earth." Higher than the kings of all the earth, superior to all earthly kings, as in preeminence. And that's why the book of Colossians chapter 1 starting from verse 15 says these words about Jesus Christ, who is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of every creature, as in preeminence, superiority above every creature. Then we read from verse 16, "For by him were all things created that were in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers. All things were created by him and for him. And he is before all things, and by him all things consist." All things were created by him and for him, and in him is where all things consist. Not only is Jesus Christ preeminent, as in superior above all creation, but he is himself your creator.